So, as I was saying, I am 4x Salesforce certified. Apart from this, I also do have Copado DevOps knowledge. Hence, I am 2x Copado certified, 1x Blossom professional certified, and I try to stay active with the community. I love to give back, uplift each other. So, hence, I'm a speaker. I also love to blog. My blog's theme is all about Salesforce. So let's move on to our speakers of the day. The first speaker is Payal Longani. She is Salesforce Marketing Champion and Group Leader of Salesforce Marketers Group Ajmer. Let's hear it out from Payal.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you for having me. So, hello and very good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Payal Longani. I am a proud marketing champion of class 2021. I am a group leader of Sales Group Pardot Ajmer, India. I am working at UST and I'm 3x Salesforce certified and 1x Copado certified. Except that I am an active trailblazer over community. You can connect with me over Twitter and LinkedIn with my name, Payal Longani. Except that I am a volunteer in a campaign called Blazer Certification, in which we help people to gain knowledge about admin certifications, and we help them to get certified. Not in a negative way, but everything is in a positive way. Except that I am a part of Pardot Pub Girls, which is about Pardot and Marketing Cloud, in which we used to write blogs and share our knowledge in the same. Yeah, this was about me, and happy to see you all. Over to you, Kathy.
Thank you, Payal. Thank you for accepting my invite, and we are very glad and happy to hear your story. Let's move on to the second speaker of the day. His name is Sai Krishna Sastri Kumara. He is also a group leader of Shikakalam Admin Group. Let's hear it from Sai.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Independence Day, first of all. Hope you guys. It's a holiday and it's big event for all of us. So I'm Sai Krishna, Salesforce Admin Group Leader. I'm a tech stranger. I'm a third-year student. I'm working in Cloudbase as a software engineer, and hope to hear you all. Hope to see you all in the meeting. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Sai. Thank you for accepting my invite. Let's move on to our third speaker. Her name is Priyanka Chaudhary. She is also the group leader of Dule User Group. So let's hear it from Priyanka.
So hello everyone, good evening and happy Independence Day all of you. Hope you all are safe and at your home. And my name is Priyanka Chaudhary. I am a group leader of Dule User Group. I'm 3x certified and I'm also a Trailblazer mentor, and I'm a volunteer at New Delhi SFDC Group. That's all about myself.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you, every speaker, for accepting my invite, and we are very glad and happy to have you all and listen to your stories. Before we have a surprise for you all attendees. Please share your learnings over Twitter and LinkedIn, and there are chances that you might end up winning a certification vouchers. So we have around. Need to do is just tag us over LinkedIn or Twitter, and please use hashtag BitKolkata and hashtag RenownForce. Winners will be chosen based on the hashtag. So hashtags and tagging us is mandatory. So looking forward to all your learnings over Twitter and LinkedIn. So let's not waste much time session. So as I said, RenownForce is chosen to hear out stories from our wonderful speakers. Also understand the importance of soft skills and also know how to uplift each other in the community. So let's hear it out from Payal on how she overcame all her failure and chose Salesforce as a career path.
Yes. So it's like I always learn how to keep growing and not just stop at a place. And when it came, like obviously everybody, when we face something, like when we face something in real life, right? Saying it is very easy. Like we can anybody failure is nothing, we can face it and everybody should face it and something blah blah blah, but that doesn't mean when it comes to you, it will be very normal and digestible, we can say. I started in my career, we can say, as a trainee in a company which was a renowned company in my. Khyati, should I turn off my camera so that it will be very good with my pen
As
will be
you
saved? Yeah, it's good. So I'll start again. Okay, so this was a very renowned company in my area only. So I started working there as an intern. But after a while, company said we'll not continue with you. Okay. Like after 2 months, they said we'll not continue with you. And that was kind of heartbreaking thing because I never faced any failure before. And then when it came to me directly, I was seriously in shock. Okay, what was my fault or what I did wrong? Uh, that is why I was not a part of the company anymore. After that, what happened was I took it very seriously and like I stopped working and learning anything for like at least 2 3 days. But after that, my teachers, my mentors told me that this is not like not the end. You have to keep growing. And then I started learning Salesforce through Trailhead only. So at that time, Trailhead was my only guide, and I started it, and lockdown played a very major role in my journey. I will like I can say this. And in March 2020, I started like learning again because for like a few months I stopped working on Salesforce because my exams were there for final year. So I started learning Salesforce in March and gave my first certification in May. And my certification journey was like all about learning, and that was kind of adventurous thing because ups and downs were there. Sometimes you can learn, sometimes you will be like, okay, let's skip it. But my mentors were there, Arpit was there, Isha was there, Blazer certification was there, who helped me a lot in learning. And then I got my job, another job we can say, in August, and I started working over there. So it was quite amazing experience. With like after getting my job, I became the group leader as well. In September 5th, my group was approved. Like okay, I filled up my form in August only, and my group got approved in September. And after that, community was a new thing. Everything was a great thing and great achievement, I would say. And after that, the biggest achievement I got, that was Marketing Champion 2021. And I'm very glad that I am sharing my journey with you all guys. And I will say this only thing, that giving back is one thing. You should give back to the community or to any person. You like, there's no person, if anybody is coming from outside of the community and asking you for help, just don't stay quiet, help them. And this is the only way how we can help people to grow, because this is always like succeed together, right? So help people, we can grow together. So if I can do it, obviously failure is not the stopping point. We can grow again, can start again, and this is how we can go ahead. This was about me. Over to you, Karen.
Yeah, rightly said, Payal. Help everyone and grow together. So we would also love to know about you, that when did Salesforce come to you, or it was otherwise?
Sorry, can you come again?
Did Salesforce come to you, or you knew about Salesforce from the beginning? Like, how did you know
No.
about Salesforce?
When I gave my exam, like in 2019, the company came and I gave interview on Java based. And after that, they said that we continue on Salesforce. I knew Salesforce is a thing, and that was like extra course in our college. But I never knew about like what is in it, like what things are there in Salesforce. Then before joining company, just a day before, I created another profile, like this credentials I got, and then I started like, okay, let's see what is in it. And then in the company itself, they gave us training for admin and then developer, like 1 month training admin and 1 month for developer. So it was like that. So I started Salesforce from there only, and then I'm just doing. Also, I want to add on one thing. When like the company asked me to like they escalated something like that. Okay, then after a while, when I became the group leader and I became the marketing champion, after that, that only company invited me in their annual function. That okay, we want to invite you as a guest because you are doing so good, and that was kind of achievement for me. Like I can say this, that was a big achievement. Like the company who decided not to work with you, and after a while, they are only inviting you as a guest. So that was kind of great.
Yes. Congratulations for your achievement, and we are very happy and we look forward to what you do for the community. And yes, looking forward to work with you.
Thank you so much, Kathy, for having me.
Let's move on to our second speaker. So Sai is I think everyone must be knowing Sai. So he is very active over community. He's also a group leader. So let's hear it out from Sai on how he became group leader and how Trailblazer community platform helped him leverage different opportunities.
Kathy,
Sai,
will you hear
yes,
me?
you're audible.
Am I
Yes,
audible? Am I
yes,
audible?
yes.
Hey, Trailblazers, how are you doing?
Yes,
Hope you
Sai,
all
you're
are good.
audible.
Okay. Thank you, Kathy. It's my pleasure to be here. This is my second community where I'm speaking, and it's always an honor to speak at Trailblazer community because there are people who 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 were in the failure part and then they got succeed, and they become champions, everything, like they become everything in the community. Okay, they see ups and downs, everything. Likewise, I too have a small story, but hope you need to bear me for to understand like what exactly I went through, how I came up, and how I and achieve more and more. So it was 2019 when I was in the second year of my college, and to be honest, I'm not that student who aspired to be an engineer. Okay, so that was the very first thing I should be telling you all, because I never aimed to become an engineer. Okay, and when it college started, and I was not that interested to do anything. So that time I just knew about web development because most of the people here is always in a great demand. So I thought web development should be learned, and I can excel. Thought just to go for a training which student activity center at a college hosts every year. That year I registered, but life gives you everything. Like it gives you. It was my personal problem. My mother had a major surgery at her brain, so I had to go. I was obviously not able to come to trainings and everything. I can't learn web development, but it is not that you might be feeling you can't. You might have learned on your own, but no, I'm not that type of student. Okay, once I get something down, I think more and more in that. So that was time when it was almost 3 to 4 months. I was sitting ideal as a second year student, just having academics in his hand, and my fellow students were doing web development. They were doing robotic process automation, many things. So student who was staring at everyone. Why am I not doing anything? So mentor Mr. Girish Kumar has given me Salesforce just to try on a one basic concept called design thinking, which is mostly used in product development. So just I went through it. I did it very good. So I just told him, sir, it's something which I'm able to do. I'm liking it to do. So he said, okay, try it out. But life doesn't give you everything. It doesn't give you the motivation every time you want. So it was again some 4 months that I was not able to, not interested to do Salesforce, because what I should be sitting and learning every day, no output, nothing, a kind of that to come out from that. So that all came when I went to a community meeting in January. So it was 2020. So you might have understood I have wasted 2 years of my engineering. My second year middle, like second year first sem. So I went to a community meeting online itself, because that time I wasn't able to go anywhere, because that time it was already COVID started, so everything was going online. So I just went to a community session, and then I got to know like how Salesforce is in demand. how students are able to find a best career path for themselves. So then I believe, is it true that I have to focus on Salesforce more and more? So then I fixed, okay, let me do Salesforce. Let me do Salesforce very perfectly, not like any other thing. So as Payal mentioned, lockdown was very useful for me as well. Lockdown has given me a whole 3 months where I could explore Salesforce, everything. I could learn. Uh, I could embrace myself more and more. So in lockdown, I have enjoyed learning Salesforce from Trailhead, and participating in Trailblazer community sessions, everything. So I guess Trailblazer friend was Sesha. So I'm truly grateful to Sesha because he has provided me a path. He made me know the paths, like what exactly Salesforce has many paths. Like I went to one of their sessions, one of their Vijayawada developer group session. So from then I personally felt I should be starting a Trailblazer community group because the whole 1 year I was wasting. Okay, and I didn't want my juniors or my sophomores not to waste their time just not knowing Salesforce what exactly it is and having no mentor. I know the pain. So I thought I should be starting a Trailblazer community group, which could help my college students and my nearby college students to learn Salesforce. And believe me, uh, our college became in the district to have Salesforce community group and to be running over 80 students in the campus learning Salesforce. Okay, and we are planning to extend our wings more and more. So, so community, and it's almost 1 year also. Like recently in the May, we have celebrated our anniversary event as well. I guess many of here participants might have come there, and it was a great time. I have invited the guests like Bhanudas Gupta ma'am, who is a head of student programs in India, and I have invited Shesha, Isha, everyone who are all the rock stars of Trailblazer community. So these journeys are common. Like everyone have a journey. Like they have a down, they have a up. So the point you need to understand and to make yourself more better is just don't keep yourself limited. Okay, don't feel that you can't do. I was in a motive that I was in that motive that I can't do. I needed someone. I need someone's help, but that is not true. You have to come out of your comfort zones, and hope many students might be there. I personally say that please come out of your comfort zones. This 4 years is a different step where you need to be out of your comfort zone to excel yourself. And one more suggestion for all the trailblazers who continuously keep giving to community back and learning from them. And Kathy was one of the one person I know because last year as a trailblazer community member, remember community member, and now she's a trailblazer community group leader as well. So she used to be very active. Even she's now also active, though being community group leader. So that is how you should make your mark in the community. Keep loving, keep learning, and keep giving back. And thank you, Kathy, for giving me this opportunity. And would be loving to have questions from your side. Okay, and feel to please feel free to reach out to me anytime because I'll be helpful. If ever I'm not able to help you, I'll truly assign some person or help give you other person to help you out. And I promise, until my last breath, I'll be helping Trailblazer community whenever possible. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Sai. Thank you so much. We are so happy to hear your story and looking forward to all the learnings with you. We have the last speaker of the day. Her name is Priyanka,
Yeah.
and she happens to be the group leader as well. Let's hear it out from Priyanka on how she changed her domain and entered Salesforce.
Yeah, so thank you so much for Kathy for having me. So last year in May 2020, I just go through some LinkedIn and I saw there is Salesforce. So I saw many people doing certification and all these things. So I was very curious to know like what is Salesforce, why what is that certification, what is that badges. So I go through some trailhead, and after that I came to know this is the Salesforce CRM, and you can also do certification and do badges over there, and you can learn. This is very good platform. Like I heard many experiences from my friends and my connection. So basically, my earlier job was like web development, so I was doing the coding, like a back-end coding, that part. But when I came to know about the Salesforce, so like I can relate my skills like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That can I came to know like I can utilize my that skills to Salesforce Lightning Web in Lightning Web Components. So I have decided to learn and explore career opportunities in Salesforce. So that's when my journey started.
Okay. So what basically helped you get into Salesforce?
Uh, so basically, like, can you elaborate more question?
Like you saw Salesforce over LinkedIn, right? You felt
Yes.
that this is something interesting. What were your next steps on
Yeah.
to get into something, right?
Yeah, so I have started learning from Trailhead, and after that, I came to know like I learn admin things from Trailhead, but I'm not getting that much confidence for development through Trailhead. So I have started go through some blogs or YouTube channels like SFDC Panther, Apex Hours. So I go there, I check, and I implement those Apex. Programming in my developer org, and after that I practiced. And after that when I started applying for a job, so that time I came to know like we have to do certification also, because it will give the weightage, because I'm not at the time I'm not totally a fresher. I was carrying a 3+ experience, so I thought to do a certification, because I saw many job description, and I felt like I have to do certification and it will give the weightage. But I will suggest to fresher, like don't directly go for certification. Just first learn the things, and after that you can go for any certification.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Priyanka, for guiding us. We'll take some questions. We have the first question in the chat for Krishna. What do you mean by comfort zone? What do you mean by comfort zone mode? Can you say? Is okay. I feel Krishna's net is a little off. Okay, I do have certain questions for Payal as well. So, how do you feel being a marketing champion? Payal, are you there?
Kathy, just
Yes. Guys, please feel free to drop in your questions related to anything you would like. Our speakers are more than happy and listening to you.
yes, Kathy. So you asked me how does it feel? It is always amazing to be known as something like marketing champion is a thing. You are also a fellow marketing champion and you know how it feels. This is an amazing feeling. When I saw my name and it was like 12 a.m. IST, I guess. I got this message from Isha that Payal, have you checked Twitter? And I'm like, no, I haven't. She said, just check it. Marketing champions results are there. And I'm like, no, you're just kidding me because it happens earlier as well. You know, because we were waiting for so long. Normally, result used to come in March end, and we fill up the form in February end, and by March. In March end results were about to come, but they came in like May, I guess. So that was May, I guess, or June maybe, right? So when the result came, it was amazing feeling to see my name in that. I was just searching my name and I was not being able to find it because there were like approximately 5 sheets were there and I was just searching and searching that where my name is. Am I a marketing champion or not? And they told me, Shibu told me that the you will be getting a mail 1 day before or maybe in night time you'll be getting the mail. And I was searching for it. I got the mail, but exact on the time when the results. So that was an amazing feeling. I don't know why, but I cannot take so much happiness. I just got my eyes teary at that moment. That okay, I am a marketing champion of class 2021, and that was an amazing feeling. and I will try my level best to maintain it for next year as well.
Yes, I'm sure you're gonna maintain it for the next year as well. So we have the other question for Krishna. Can you say what do you mean by comfort zone more?
Thank you for asking the question. So my meaning for comfort zone is like, to limiting ourselves for one technology or one domain. I have seen many people who, if they know some technology, they keep stopping themselves to learn other because they think this one is enough to excel everywhere. But it's not that. Just make some other technology handy because world is digitizing and we don't know when which technology will get boom in which year or which time. Okay, so that is my meaning of comfort zone. Okay, so don't be no don't limit yourself for learning one thing. Keep learning new things, keep learning and like that kind of person. I don't limit myself things. My learning was, I have learned design thinking and I have learned Salesforce, different clouds as well on my own exploration. No one has taught because it is my kind of learning. Keep exploring. I like keep exploring myself. Hope you're with Mohammed.
Yes, I hope Mohammed is clear with that.
And
Let's give.
one suggestion I want to give.
Yes, please.
No. Here I could see many of starting as a Salesforce, new Salesforce, okay, and you or you're shifting from another domain. So what I say is Salesforce has a different set of roles. Okay, we have administrator, we have sales manager, service, everything we have. But what I master is the administration because Salesforce administration part is a back it's a it's a package which you need to excel to become a developer because Salesforce every time for hundreds of you need not to write hundreds of 200s of lines of code. You can use the automation tools, functionalities okay, that is why Salesforce is more preferred. Just everyone here with their Salesforce part excel in that, get certified, keep doing projects on administration. You need more customization, if you need more advancements in a project, then go for learning development. I prefer don't start your career truly as a developer. Okay, so start learning Salesforce admin part, complete it, try out your hands on that. First of all the newbies, all the students, I suggest you on Salesforce administration because the good hands-on will give you a knowledge of when to apply what because Salesforce believes in that. Okay, every time you want to write some code that is not preferred, you have to use the out-of-box functionality. Logically fit that you can use the tools there. Okay, hope I'm clear. And yes, Mohammed, I accept the statement. Use the out-of-box features in Salesforce. That will give you a standout point. Okay. Thank you, Kathy.
Yes, we do all accept that. Use the outbox features, right? So next question is for Priyanka. Can you please explain the learning paths to become Salesforce developer? Uh, you're on mute, Priyanka.
Sorry. So I was telling like if you want to become a Salesforce developer, so I will suggest just now Sai Krishna explained that you have to learn first admin because admin is a paramount for Salesforce. So I will suggest start from admin things like automation and other things, and after that you can go for like for any profile you have to know Salesforce admin things. So after that, for developer role, you should know Apex. Like Apex is like a backend for Salesforce platform. So and for front end, I will suggest just go for Lightning Aura component and Lightning Web component, where you can learn the all the UI component related things and you can explore more.
Thank you. He's clear with his question. Can anyone discuss about administration role, mainly resources to be followed to learn? So can anyone take up this question?
So I will suggest just start from admin beginner trail mixes, and after that you can also go for like there are many blogs available over internet, and there are many channels like Apex Hour is the best channel for like all the things, but they are providing like marketing, all this thing integration, and you can go and check it out.
Next question is for Sai. Are admin jobs decreasing in India? A controversial question.
I could say no, and I could say as well, because everyone knows it's true that admin deals with the business management, business process management, and configuring everything. Okay, but when the customers or the clients are requesting for more customization, then a developer comes into light. Okay, I say this line to my students as well, my college as well. So I could say this to you as well, Sridhar. It is not that admin jobs are decreasing. It is just that the customization of the products which are coming into light, and the clients, whatever the customization they want, mostly depending on development. Okay, so basically, up to my knowledge, what I can say is whenever product is built, it is not truly built on development. In Salesforce, the admin part is used to configure a application, basic application. Then it's the backend, or the more of the customization is done to development. So what I say is, just make sure your admin part is good, and then learn other clouds as well. You can be champion in that as well. And I could suggest, I don't know how marketing cloud works, but up to my knowledge, marketing cloud is leading in India, like everywhere marketing cloud is ruling. Hope Payal and Kathy, you acted that.
We do say that marketing cloud is at the top, so it is for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
so I prefer learn marketing cloud. You might not be having a developer edition as well. That is one bug. But everything you can learn through YouTube, right? You can understand the concept. Okay, because the concept can be helping you to learn anything. Correct. So hope Sridhar, you're clear with my answer.
Yes, thank you, Sai, for taking up that question. We
Welcome.
have one more question. Could you please tell the path to be followed for interview preparation, especially for developer? So we have all the newbies. Anyone could take up this question.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Payal, go ahead.
Okay, so it's mostly like for developer, again, as I said, we need like admin first, because in admin what we can learn is where to use what, right? If there is need of code, we can go for developer. Like there's nothing in like there's no things are there which we cannot do through coding, but there are so many things which can be done without code as well, which is a low code thing which we can do through points and clicks. That all are mentioned in admin stuff, right? So for going to interview, you need to have a basic knowledge of developing and admin. And is there a good knowledge of admin, then developer you can like go for developing thing as well. When even I gave my interview for developer role, I didn't knew anything about developing, but I knew something about like I was having number of like experience for admin, things about admin, and that is the only thing that made me clear that exam, the interview section. So I feel you should know admin very well, and then moving to developer. So I guess Priyanka can give you a good advice for that. Over to you, Priyanka.
Yeah, thank you, Payal. So for Apex development, you from there you can start, because in every interview they will ask you to write down the Apex trigger, because if you don't know the how to execute program and how to write the business logic, so there is no use of any code or something. So you have to make sure you can do more hands-on on developer org for Apex trigger and Apex classes, and as well as like test classes. Also, we have to return when you got any developer profile, because there is no as such tester role in a Salesforce ecosystem. so you have to write down the test classes as well, so you need more practice in developer. Or and for like lightning web component, you can go through some Udemy courses or some YouTube channels.
Thank you, Priyanka. Sai,
And
any add-ons from your side?
Everything. Like one suggestion again, just make whatever you keep your resume, make sure you know that perfectly. I always say this to everyone. Make sure whatever you keep in your resume, you should be perfect with that. If you're adding something which you just went for overview and you're presenting in that resume, and if they ask something you can't tell, that's the most embarrassing moment. Okay, that might even give a chance for losing your interview as well. So what I suggest, make a best resume, crisp resume, which will make you stand out. And I prefer the companies in India just don't want developers or don't want admins. They want people who are flexible, who can learn anything in a short period of time or long period of time. They want people with versatility. So just no, just add that quality in yourself. That will make you perfect person. And don't just fear for interviews. Interviews are the best experience where you can check your knowledge. If you fail in one interview, try for the other. If you fail in second, try for the third. And I assure at one point of time you'll get a big one.
Sai, thank you,
I
everyone.
want to
So
add
we-
on one more
Yes,
thing.
please.
So it's not always like like they'll be asking you to write like 5 pages of codes or something like that. They'll be asking a very basic logical thing that we need to give. Okay,
Correct.
it's not always like you have to write down 10 like 100 lines of code or something like that, because they know we can find everything on Google. It's just that we need to understand how it will work. So just enhance your Googling skills. That is another thing for being a very good developer. Yes,
Correct. Correct.
We need to start putting that on CV that we can Google and do anything.
Google,
Right?
exactly.
Yes. So the last question, way to do Copado certification. So
Hattie, you could answer this perfectly.
I hope Priyanka is there with us. Priyanka, for Copado certification pathway.
sorry, but I don't have knowledge about
No worries.
Copado.
Okay, so what you need to do is you just need to log in to Copado site, and there is a learning path the same way for Salesforce. What Salesforce does is that they have this learning path wherein you have to register for the certification in WebSSR, and then you go ahead and learn from Salesforce. But for Copado, they have prerequisites wherein you have to first learn from the learning paths, complete those modules, and then you can go for certification days. So when I did around a year or year and a half back, so this was a process. There are chances that it has changed, but yes, what I did, I just learned what is Copado and everything from the learning path, and then went on to register for their learning days, wherein after the session, so you can apply that voucher and just go ahead with the exam. So this is how it is done. So thank you, all the speakers. Thank you, such a cooperative audience, and yeah, it was a really interactive session. Though, if you want to get into Salesforce, you would definitely require a good amount of knowledge. So we have Priyanka with how to make your resume the best. So over to you, Priyanka. You're on mute, Priyanka.
Khyati,
Yes.
one. Priyanka, there's one
Yes.
question. Can someone explain about LWC? I think you need to just take it up and continue with your part. That would be
Yes,
better.
just take over the last question and over to you.
Yeah.
Guys, keep
So
posting questions. We'll be happy for that.
Yes, everyone, you can post your questions, and after Priyanka ends with her session, we can again take over the questions.
yeah, so someone already answered, like Rohit. LWC is a new standard framework. It is a JS framework, and you have to know the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you know the JavaScript basics, so you can learn the LWC is very easily. And there are many websites also available to learn the LWC. And I will start my screen share. Khyati, please confirm.
The screen is visible.
Yeah, so first thing, how to prepare for a resume. So if you apply for any job, so a resume or a CV is a very basic thing. You should keep very neat and clean. So like what is resume? So resume is a formal document that provides an overview of your professional qualification, including your relevant work experiences, skills, education, and notable accomplishments. So when you create your resume, you should follow some like tips. I will suggest tips. So firstly, you need to start from your name. After that, your phone number, your mail ID. Mail ID also it should be in professional way, like your first name, last name, and the gmail.com or yahoo.com, etc. So after that, you can mention your professional summary. If you are from like having another domain like PHP, Java, or .NET, you can write down your professional summary. And if you are a fresher, you can write down your objective, and it should be in like a crisp format. After that, you can mention your skill set and work experiences. So work experiences, it should be in chronological order. Like for example, your last working company and your designation and your roles and responsibility on top, and after that you can mention your other experiences as well. So in skill, you can mention your technical skills. For example, like if you know web technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and Bootstrap, all these things. So make sure you give the proper title like a web technology, and you can mention all these things. If you mention database, you can mention those as well, like Oracle, MySQL, all these things. And for Salesforce skills, you should mention like if you know admin things, you just mention those things. Don't go for everything, just because right now like expectation from a recruiter is because they are spending only few seconds to go through your resume. So you should mention only short and crisp description, and the keyword should be like proper. And nowadays recruiters are using the ATS, application tracking system, to uh, check the resumes of candidates, because they don't have much time to go through your resume every time. So they use the application tracking system, and you should mention the proper keywords. Moving on to next slides. So these are some points you have to follow. These one, if you are a Salesforce fresher, so I will suggest you only mention technical skill, your key strengths, certification, and your basic programming languages that you know. Don't go for like I know like big things. Don't mention that one. You just mention the basic things like that you work on, and you have developed some small projects that you should mention. And for the cross-tech professional, you should mention technical skill, key strength, work experiences, and which programming language you are expert in, that you should mention. And if you know other programming, basic programming, so you can also mention that one. Moving on to next slide. So these are some tips to remember while creating a resume. So I already told resume and CV should be short and crisp. Mainly your resume should be in one or max to max 2 pages, and use a simple format like when just go for like Arial and these types of fonts. Don't go for fancy formats, and use as much as bullets points, so it will be like a presentable manner. And you can also add your certification like a platform developer one, admin, or app builder. These are like basic certification for any Salesforce professional. And update your LinkedIn profile. So this is the very important point, because nowadays recruiters are morely active on LinkedIn. So you can customize your description as well as your skill set certification. It should be like updated one, and your profile picture also in a professional manner. And that's it from my end. If you have any questions, you can ask me in chat box. I will happy to help and answer your question. Thank you, Kathy.
Yes, I'm audible. Thank you, Priyanka, for the wonderful session. I hope resume, how to build a resume, how to build a proper resume for getting into Salesforce or any kind of domain is clear for you all. We do have one question. Can without any programming knowledge?
Can I take this question?
Yes, please, anyone.
Yeah, so if you are from a non-technical background, so I will suggest don't think that you can't do. Like this is not a rocket science. You can learn and you can utilize your other skill set in Salesforce, because I saw many people are from like a army background, from some are from like a pharmacy background, and they are doing well. They are a Salesforce developer, and moreover, like they are doing like I saw like I was doing a development, but still I stuck many things. But I saw like non-technical people doing well in development field, and you can start from admin, and after that you can go for Apex, and directly don't go to learn the LWC and Aura, because that is like advanced thing. You should know, for any beginner you should know admin, and Apex is a basic thing, and like recruiters are expecting these things from you.
A very similar question to that. Being a trailblazer, do we need to learn any programming language to get job?
Yes,
So,
so
Sai,
if yes,
please go
Sai, you
ahead.
can. Yeah.
You can take Priyanka.
Please, Priyanka, go ahead.
Yeah, so if you know, like if you are in college, so you have like a Java or .NET that languages. So if you know that one, so Apex is easy to learn, because Apex and Java is similar. The syntax is also similar, so you can learn Apex, and as well as UI development also, like Aura and LWC.
Sai, if you want to add on anything.
Adding on to Priyanka, what I suggest is it depends on the role which you are going to apply. Okay, everything depends on the role, or no, or the passion which you have. If you don't like programming, if you know basic programming, that's okay. If you are aiming to become a, you want to become a sales manager or service manager using Salesforce, you can still become without programming knowledge. But if you're aiming to become a Salesforce administrator, or if you want to become a business analyst, or if you want to become a business site, but still you have to use Salesforce, then you should be knowing the basic development, like how the design and the development goes as. Because this is my suggestion, this is my personal feeling which I got to know from a mentor. So it is like whenever a business or team lead is there or business manager is there, he has to send the task right to the client. Whatever the client says, he has to accept that, and he has to give a certain time point that in this time point we'll be completing the project. But if the business manager doesn't know how much time it takes to develop, correct, and if he's telling that the project will be completed in 3 days, and the development takes 7 days, then the developer will not be willing to work with the business manager, right? So to understand the design, to understand the solution, how you can give a better solution, you need to understand the basic logic and basic development. Okay, but what I suggest is, if you're aiming to purely become a non-programming person, so focus on the admin skills. If you purely want to become an admin or a sales manager or service manager, purely learn admin, purely learn service cloud or sales cloud, whatever the clouds is associated with, and excel that will be more helpful for yourself.
Yes, that is true. It depends on what
And
role you want, Kavya. It totally depends. If you want to go for admin, then you have to choose that path. So if you want to go for dev, then you have to, then you will have to have, programming language knowledge. So it depends on what role you want. Sai, you were saying something?
I want to add on to the Sridhar's question. Like Priyanka said that non-programming background people do great coding and great programming stuff. I have a similar example as well. You can reach out Ajit Patel in LinkedIn. He's a business technology consultant at Cloudbase. So what he used to be in the pharmacy side, graduation pharmacy, and he has shifted himself as a Salesforce developer. So it means, development is not it's not a big mountain to break. It's your cup of tea, but it requires dedication and strong knowledge in admin and the logic based things. Okay, so that is he's the best example in a company who is not from the IT background, but still he's excelling in the programming like Salesforce development. So still, right?
Yes. We say Salesforce is for all. So it is truly for all, right? Yes. So we have one more question. I think Priyanka would be happy to take that. How to join Journey to Salesforce and what are the eligibility criteria? How much experience is required to join?
Yeah, for Journey to Salesforce, like I also completed that one. This is very a good program initiated by Salesforce company itself, and for eligibility, this program is basically designed for a cross-tech professionals like those who are having experience into the PHP, Java, .NET, or other thing as well, like HR and any experience. If you have, you can go and register yourself in Journey to Salesforce that program, and you have to complete the 4 trail mixes. After that, you will get a certification voucher, as well as they are providing the employer connection to apply for job, and you will get the opportunities every month to apply for a job. And there are lots of good companies like Deloitte, PwC. They are hiring nowadays for like a Salesforce developer, as well as other profiles also. And this is the only eligibility criteria they are looking. And for interview preparation, I will suggest admin Apex is required. And like, if you are carrying experience, then they will ask, like if you are from like web development background, they will ask, like for me they ask integration part. So I have somehow knowledge about like a REST API. So I told them that time, like when I was in an interview process. So yeah, so this is the things, like Apex and admin is the most important thing for a Salesforce developer profile.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for lighting us on Journey to Salesforce. Payal, we have a question for you, similar to Journey to Salesforce. How do we become a marketing champion?
Okay, this is a very common question I used to hear from so many people, and not only me. I can, I like Kathy. You also can relate with it, right?
Payal, your
Like,
voice is echoing.
okay,
Payal, your voice is echoing.
is it better now? Still,
No, it's for me. It's echoing. Priyanka,
is it good now? Okay, just give me a second. I think I need to change my internet. Yeah, it's good now. Okay, so Kathy, you can also relate with this question that how to become like a marketing leader. This is like a very normal thing, which is mostly about the way you will give back to the community, the same way community will give back to you. Okay, we do something. If like there are, I can see 44 people are there in the meeting, except 4 of us, 40 people we can consider. Okay, so for among 40 of you, maybe 2 or 3 will be getting the like voucher. So what will be happening is you are coming and giving us questions or asking us question, interacting with us. We are interacting with you, and in the end, maybe some of you will be getting some swag. So this is like two-handed thing. If I am giving to the community, community will give back to me. This is the way it started. I started learning Salesforce, then I started learning Pardot, and there are certain things like marketing chats, marketing in motion. I started taking part in that. I started Pardot with like whatever I used to learn, I used to give back to the in the group, like giving sessions or speaking at some sessions. So this is how I started giving back, and then I filled up the form in February, and luckily it got selected, and I became the marketing champion. So this is only how it works. You need to continuously give back to community, and definitely one fine day community will give back to you. So yeah, this is how it works.
Yes, so adding it to, I feel that you just have to have love for anything, right? So if I have love for Salesforce, I'll learn it. If I love Marketing Cloud, then I'll learn it. So it's just that you need to be diverse with your learning perspectives, because I have job in wherein the project is on Service Cloud, but still I am not a Service champion or Service Cloud champion. I'm a Marketing Cloud champion. So it totally depends on you, what you learn, how do you perceive it. So definitely you'll be recognized for your hard work, right? So Priyanka, there's a follow-up question for journey to experience required, and Jyotiba is from mechanical background as well.
Yeah, so there is no as such experience criteria. Like I have to check the rules and regulations, and also he also can go through like from journey to Salesforce regulation rules and regulation, and you can check. Uh, but like if you are from journey like from other technology, there is no as such experience criteria.
Hi,
Yeah, if we're talking about journey to Salesforce, then I guess there's no experience required. It's just you need to know some
correct.
basic things like objects and fields. So if you know about these things, because mainly it covers all and every like they have some 4 trail mixes, and that will cover everything.
Yeah,
So yeah.
the student and is from mechanical background. I feel if she is a student, then I feel journey to Salesforce is not for her, right? Only cross tech people can participate in
No,
journey to
no, no.
Salesforce.
It's like I'll
Yes,
share
if you
one
are a
thing with you
student,
guys.
then you cannot apply.
Is it like that? Because I started journey to Salesforce only like
Yes.
when I was a student. I think
No.
it is for
If
journey
even if
to
you
like
start
students, but
you
I'm
are,
not sure.
Not from my
yes,
side.
it was some, yes, sorry.
Jyotiba, can you confirm us whether you're a student or already working or something? Can you specify that? Based on that, we can give you the best solution. Jyotiba, are you a working employee in mechanical background or you are a student and from mechanical background? Can you specify that? The chat.
Meanwhile, we have a question for Payal. How to start Marketing Cloud?
So marketing cloud is like I also have never worked on marketing cloud, but I work on Pardot. Right, because my projects are on that, and I learned Pardot only. Marketing cloud I'm planning to start, and that is again I'll start with my like trailhead thing only. So I'll start with that, and whenever I learn a lot or even a small amount of thing, so I'll definitely share with you guys.
So on Jyotiba's
Adding
point, Jyotiba, if you are not working at the job, I have year 1 year. Okay. Yes, Jyotiba, then you can start Journey to Salesforce because Journey to Salesforce is meant for lateral entry. The people who are from the other technologies or can shift to Salesforce. That is for J2S. Okay, you can start it. and make sure whatever you're learning, you get more, connected with the people in the community. Okay, and J2S, and there are some questions like, students can't apply for J2S. Yes, students can apply for J2S, but they have a different program, which is, which is helping students to learn Salesforce and get jobs. Okay, so I prefer students who are there, please complete the Trailblazer community program. Okay, the job ready program. Okay, you that will be helpful for you. And people who are out of the companies, or you let, you're working and you want to shift your jobs, then please do J2S. Otherwise, J2S won't be helping you. Yeah, it might be helping you in a way that you can understand the things, but it might be not helping you in a way to get a job. Okay, so students, you should be going with Trailblazer Connect program, and the wanting to start Salesforce can use Journey to Salesforce.
Yes. Thank you, Sai. Okay, we have one more question, Payal. Can you please elaborate about Pardot? Payal, are you there?
I was unable to unmute myself. I'm sorry for that. Just give me a second. Yeah. So Pardot is about, like, Pardot is a marketing automation tool. Okay. So in that, what we used to do, we can do a number of marketing automations. As in, if I want to send some emails, or if I want to send any tweet, but not immediately, after scheduling for a time or something like that. So we can use Pardot in that. And this is not Marketing Cloud, but this is a part of Marketing Cloud, we can say. And this is a B2B, B2C. I am mistaken on that name. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Um, yeah, it's B2B marketing
You are
automation
mistaking
tool.
yourself. It's
Yeah,
B2B.
this is B2B marketing automation tool. Yeah, just got confused. Yeah, so I feel that, like, in the last session of WIT Kolkata, we had a very good session on Pardot. So I'll be posting the link in that, and maybe you can find some better answer for that. Yeah, thank you, Rohit, for correcting me. I'll be sharing the.
Yes. Nikhil, to answer your question, Payal did host a session in our group in the last week, detailing about Pardot guided tool, what is Pardot, how do we differentiate between Pardot and Marketing Cloud. So you can just have a look out into our YouTube channel and just check the video. Also, we do have follow-up sessions on Pardot if anyone is interested. So you guys can just have a look over our LinkedIn, Twitter, or WhatsApp groups. We will be posting it soon. So I feel we don't have any more questions. Thank you everyone for joining us in. Also, as I said, Redound Force is there to help you guys to connect as we connected today. Talk to each other, just uplift each other. Have any questions, we can just clear it out. So we do have a follow-up session for this. Now, if you are a working professional or you are a student, if you want to get into Salesforce, so resume was a part wherein resume plays a very important part. So that is something that is covered today, and there is one more thing that takes a lot of importance to get into any kind of domain is LinkedIn and how to build your networks. So that is where that is a session that we have on the upcoming week on 21st, 6 p.m. So I have already posted the link. Anyone can join in. Feel free to join in. We would love to see you guys. And about the certification vouchers, keep an eye on LinkedIn and Twitter handles of the group. And yes, I'll post it very soon. Thank you everyone for joining us in on a Sunday evening. Thank you all the speakers for accepting my invite, and I guess we rocked it.
Yeah.
We did. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you.
Thank you.
For
Thank you so
having
much,
us.
Kathy.
Special
Also,
today.